Hello, and welcome to the premiere episode of the Deadlifting Dorks podcast. My name is Nick, also known as Staldy, and I'm here with my good friend Will. Tell them about yourself, Will.
Well, my name's Will. People call me Big Willie Beats, but no one actually calls me that. It's a stupid nickname, and I don't want to explain why I have it, because I don't rap. But you can find me on Twitter at Big Willie Beats.
Wow, already dropping the Twitter handle in there. I guess I will too. I'm at Staldy _ STALDI _.
I just gotta get the name out there, trying to make it big. I also have a blog, Will Watches Movies, blog.wordpress.com, where I review movies on a very sporadic schedule, because I'm lazy, but I think I'm funny, so check it out.
Nice. I don't have a blog, but let's get right into it, I guess. So, top news here. They recently revealed that Flash, the Ezra Miller Flash, will be in Suicide Squad. Have any thoughts about that, Will?
Well, I saw speculation that it was going to be something involving Captain Boomerang,
Ooh.
which I think makes sense because Captain Boomerang is traditionally a Flash villain. So
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see a lot of him. We might just see like the lightning and then like Captain Boomerang getting dropped or whatever. But it'll be cool to see another Justice Leaguer in Suicide Squad.
So you think it won't be like a full-blown cameo that he gets credit for? We'll just see some lightning, you think?
Well, I think we'll see Ezra Miller, if that's how you say it. Like, I think we'll see him.
Yep.
But I don't know if he'll like talk or anything. I just think it'll be a little like. Well,
that'd be pretty badass.
There's the Flash.
I hope he just comes in, says some like corny line at the end, and then leaves, and then Captain Boomerang is just caught. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I'm imagining it's like Spider-Man.
And I gotcha.
He's gonna like string him up from like a lamppost or something. Because I just feel like that's what the DC Universe Flash would do.
I like that. I guess Flash is kind of the Spider-Man of DC, I guess you could say.
Well, yeah, I'm getting that vibe from the Justice League trailer with his jokes and stuff. But I like it. He's the comic relief.
No, it should be good. All right, so that's that. Moving on, there will be no Han Solo in Rogue One, which I feel is fitting. I guess it makes sense because Rogue One is supposed to end 10 minutes before episode 4 starts, or 6. I don't know what episode. I'm not good at Star Wars.
Episode 4. It's episode 4.
Yeah. You're more the Star Wars guy, so take this one over.
Well, it would be pretty weird to have Han Solo in it because he just kind of shows up like randomly, like he's not part of anything. So if they put him in the movie, it'd be kind of like a force, like a no pun intended.
Ooh, look at that.
Wow. It'd be like just like trying to set up Destiny and stuff, which is what they did in the prequels, and it just did not work out at all.
Not at all.
Like it wouldn't work. Like we're gonna get Darth Vader in Rogue One, which makes sense, and it's gonna be badass because we're gonna see him in his prime, being an evil villain. It's gonna be great. But like I'm glad. Like it'd be cool to see Han Solo, but I'm glad we're not getting Han Solo because it wouldn't make sense.
We don't need Han Solo. We would love it if he came in, but we just don't need it.
We don't need Han Solo, exactly. That's perfect, Nick.
So apparently at the Star Wars Celebration, which was in London this year, they did show a new Rogue One trailer that was like roughly 3 minutes long, which I feel is very long for a trailer. Usually they're like 2.5 minutes. But I guess at the very end they show Vader, and I guess the crowd went nuts. And somehow the trailer hasn't leaked yet. Like over here in the US, we haven't seen it, which is very annoying. In my opinion.
Yeah, I have not seen the trailer yet, obviously, and I'm a little upset about that.
Nice. So, Comic-Con happened last week, and just news left and right, big news. One of the major things to take away was trailers on trailers on trailers. The big one was Justice League. I thought the trailer was fucking awesome. It gets... they're just trying to assemble the team, and Batman's taking the reins, as he should. Got a badass Aquaman. Wonder Woman is just who she is. Gail got it. Gail got it? Get it?
Gail
Got it?
Gadot. I believe it's Gadot.
Godot? That doesn't sound right at all.
I've listened to quite a few episodes of Fat Man on Batman by Kevin Smith, and they talk about these movies quite often, and when they talk about Gal Gadot, they say Gal Gadot. Now, I don't know if Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin are the experts on pronouncing her name, but I like to think that they somewhat know what they're doing.
Well, Gail Godot, if you're listening to us, we're sorry we fucked it up.
You're a beautiful woman. You're women. You're one woman. You're a woman, not a woman.
Just HMU and let us know.
See, she's not even listening. She's not even listening, and I'm nervous that she's listening because she's super attractive.
So Justice League trailer, yes, no, maybe so. What do you think?
I've watched it like 30 times already. I love it. I have a man crush on Jason Momoa. I think he's so badass as Aquaman. Ben Affleck still crushing it as Batman. He's awesome, and I think I like him better in this trailer because he seems a little less scary and brooding.
Yeah.
Flash. I'm feeling the Flash.
Yeah, they had a nice little moment in that trailer, like the initial meeting between them. I liked it.
Well, at first I was a little upset because I'm pretty partial to Grant Gustin on the CW Flash, so I wasn't really sure if I was feeling a recast for the movie, but after seeing the trailer, I'm a little more comfortable with it. Especially because in BVS, where you see like him with the flow in the convenience store, I was not feeling that.
No, not at all. And he had that weird mustache with the dream sequence and stuff.
He looked like he was in a Nirvana cover band or something.
That's very true. But we'll get into BVS later in this episode.
But anyways, I'm
quickly
on
Cyborg. It. Cyborg, I thought, looked good for a mostly CGI character. It looked like, I don't know, his suit kind of looked like it's in it like its first form. Like, I don't know, because like he just had like a crater in his chest. So I don't know where they're going to go with that. So.
Well, we have to take into consideration it's still relatively early in the film, so they may not have perfected the CGI, because that's something they tend to do in post-production.
True, so I get that.
He may not look like that in the final film.
Very true.
But I think it looks good for a live-action Cyborg.
I think so, too. It should be good. I hope it's better than BVS. Didn't hate BVS, but like I said, we'll get back to that later.
I have high expectations for this film.
I also do.
But I also had very high expectations from the Comic-Con trailers for BVS. I'm not saying I was disappointed, but the trailers are sometimes better than the movie.
Sometimes they give away too much in the trailers as well.
This is a true fact.
Wonder Woman trailer. Wonder Woman just kind of fucked shit up the whole time. She just a badass Amazonian as far as I see it.
I watched the Wonder Woman trailer first, and I thought, yeah, this is pretty sweet. This movie's going to be good. And then I watched the Justice League trailer, and then I felt bad because I didn't care about Wonder Woman anymore. But I'm still looking forward to the movie. I think it's going to be good, but Justice League is where it's at.
Justice League. On to some Marvel stuff now. Doctor Strange trailer. Now, full disclosure, I barely know anything about Doctor Strange. I think Benedict Cumberbatch looks like Doctor Strange, so that's a good casting with me.
He's a great actor. Great actor, too. So
yeah, I've seen some of his stuff, like The Intimidation Game was very good. I haven't watched Sherlock at all, but I hear that's extremely well made.
He's very good on Sherlock.
But kind of Inception-y stuff going on with the buildings falling through, but I mean, it's like sorcery and magic and stuff, which I'm interested to see how Marvel takes that kind of stuff, because we haven't seen much of that in the movies yet. Maybe a multiverse kind of thing going on? We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. But I've only read like 2 Doctor Strange comic books, so I'm obviously an expert in this field.
Oh, clearly.
And I don't know what the hell's going on in that trailer.
No, neither do I.
I'm not on enough drugs to understand it.
I
But
did like the one joke at the end with
the Wi-Fi
the
joke,
Wi-Fi joke. I did enjoy that.
that joke is great. I did LOL at that.
Lol.
I actually laughed out loud. But I got a nice little segue for us right here because
Here
we're
we
on
go.
Magic. We're on Magic in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yep.
And season 4 of Agents of Shield, they're gonna introduce Ghost Rider, which
Isn't
I'm
it-
very excited for.
Isn't it like a helmet? It's not even like a flaming skull. Isn't it like a helmet that catches on fire?
I don't know a lot about Ghost Rider other than the Nick Cage, Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider.
Yep.
They're not going to be doing Johnny Blaze. They're doing Robbie Reyes, who I believe is like a young Latino boy who got gunned down or something and then possessed by the Ghost Rider demon or something or brought back to life. But I don't really know. I don't know, but I'm excited to see it because I think it'll be badass. And he drives a dope like Dodge Charger instead of a motorcycle.
It's very
It's just gonna be
modern.
cool.
I guess it makes sense. Like, I don't know.
It's
It
gonna
should
be
be
cool.
No, it definitely should be.
I'm excited for it, but you should probably watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because you don't watch any of it.
I should probably start Agents of Shield.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Actually, it's all right, and then it gets pretty good, and then it gets real good. So it's worth watching for the long run. You gotta
Yeah, for the
commit
long-
to it. You gotta
Yeah.
commit to it.
That's tough. So here's something that really not surprised me, but I really enjoyed. The Luke Cage trailer was fucking awesome. I thought had ODB soundtrack.
That's the best part of it. That makes
That
the
is
trailer.
the best part. Literally, the trailer started, and I was like, "No, is that what they're playing?" And it was awesome.
That's a good trailer.
Do you think? So obviously, we've both seen the trailers. Do you think that will be Luke Cage's hallway scene? When I
don't
say
think-
hallway scene, I reference Daredevil because he usually has great hallway scenes in his show.
I don't think you can do a hallway scene with Luke Cage because
No?
of his style of fighting is not like martial arts. He's just kind of like a brute force.
Yeah,
Like, he's not going to be doing, like, crazy karate moves. He's just going to be, like, walking straight at the guy, getting shot, not caring, and then, like, punching him in the face.
yeah. I love when he fucking wraps that car door around the guy. Like what?
Yeah, no, that's nuts. It's nuts.
So
Very excited for that show.
So spoiler alert for people who don't know, Luke Cage has like super strength and unbreakable skin. And
Okay,
in the trailer,
that's not a
What?
spoiler. I don't think that's a spoiler.
for people who don't know Luke Cage. No? Yes? Okay.
Okay,
Well, in the-
whatever makes you happy.
yeah. So Luke Cage rips a car door off of a car and goes into like a building. I'm assuming they're like not mobsters, but the enemy. He goes in and he's blocking bullets with the car door, even though he doesn't have to, which I thought was interesting. Maybe it's just
Because
for,
his
like,
clothes,
effect.
man. No,
Can't
dude,
rip up the clothes.
clothes are expensive, and he doesn't want to get bullet holes and blood all up on him.
That's true. So segueing from Luke Cage, we got a Defenders teaser, which was only like, 45 seconds long, but it was still really cool. They meshed all the logos in together.
Yep, they had some Nirvana and Stick being a dickhead like usual, so
That was
think it'll be
new
good.
audio, which I thought was cool.
yes, it was. And I love Stick because he's just a dickhead and he's great.
Stick is a dickhead.
He's such a dickhead.
So what is he for? Like, what does he say? You four think you can save the city or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Something
Just-
along those lines. When it's clearly new audio because he says you four and
Yeah, no,
He's
it's
never
definitely
really had
not
it.
from Daredevil.
no. Remember when Stick got those fucking bamboo hit in between underneath his nails in season 2 of Daredevil? That was horrible.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah, but he's a tough guy. He made it out.
I
And,
usually don't cringe when watching like TV, but I like legitimately cringed when that happened to him. Even though
See, the only thing I remember making me cringe in any Daredevil episodes was like in episode 4 or 3 of season 1, where he's interrogating that guy to get Wilson Fisk's name, and then he gets the name, and then the guy's like, "What? You're not gonna kill me? He's gonna kill everyone I care about or whatever." So he runs into that like spike on the wall and like gets it through his head.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, it was like the fence out in the alley. That was
That made me cringe so bad.
yeah, that was nuts. God, I fucking love Daredevil. Great show.
Oh, it's real good. It's real good.
So the last thing, Comic-Con, we got a Flash season 3 trailer. Obviously, Flashpoint. What do you think's gonna happen?
I really don't know. I've read the Flashpoint comic and I've seen the movie, but they don't have a lot of the characters that they use in the comic.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see how that changed the CW Arrowverse, because I feel like this is gonna have something to do with the inclusion of Supergirl. I'm really interested to see how they're gonna become part of CW,
Yeah,
and
it's gonna be interesting.
I'm really hoping they fix Arrow, like kill Felicity, bring back Black Canary. I don't know, something like that.
That's the ideal situation. Will it happen? Probably.
Probably not.
Oh well.
We can hope, though.
A man can dream. So, segueing from Arrow, these segues are getting easier and easier. I think it's Boss Logic created a photo of Matt Damon as the Green Arrow. Matt Damon was on Kevin Smith's new AMC show, Geeking Out, I believe it's called. And they had
correct.
Matt Damon like do voiceovers for different superhero characters because people have been interested as to why Matt Damon hasn't been given a role in either the MCU or the DC cinematic universe. I guess he just hasn't found the right one. I mean, I would love him to be in one of the universes. He's a great actor.
I think just put him in the Batman movie. I don't care as who. Him and Ben Affleck are just so good together. Good Will Hunting. It's a
Great.
great film. Great film.
Fantastic.
They'd be great together.
It'd be, what if they did like a buddy Batman film? Like a
Dude.
buddy thing?
Make him like Nightwing, even though it wouldn't make sense because I feel like he would be the same age as Batman.
It wouldn't
And
make
just
any sense.
it wouldn't make any sense, but have him be like Nightwing and they team up. Oh, sounds great.
That would be great.
Ben Affleck, I hope you're listening. Make that movie.
Ben Affleck. Oh, we got a lot of.
I know
listening today, huh?
I know he's listening. Him and Gal Gadot, they're hanging out right now, filming Justice League, and they're like, "What are we gonna do today?" And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna check out this podcast," and they're listening right now.
I really don't think it's Godot. It's still bothering me a little bit.
Thank you, Ben and Gal for checking out the show. I'm down to hang out with either one of you.
Agreed. So Suicide Squad. David Ayer, the director, said that King Shark almost made it into the cast, but instead they switched to Killer Croc. It was a CGI thing, right, Will?
Yeah, I think I don't know if it was too much money or it was just like too much CGI, but they went for Killer Croc instead of King Shark, which I'm okay with because I don't even know how to say his name, but the guy that plays Killer Croc's pretty dope. He played Mr. Echo on Lost, and he was in the Firstborn movie. He's a good actor. I like him. And we've never seen King Shark in a movie either, but we've seen him in the Flash TV show and in the Batman Arkham Assault on Arkham.
Yes, that is very true. I forgot about that.
King Shark is in that, and it's pretty cool. It's a good movie. I like that movie. I like the Arkham games, so I like that. But if they had King Shark in the movie, it would feel too much like the Assault on Arkham movie. And the CGI would probably take away from all the other characters and stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Because Killer Croc's no CGI, correct? It's just full makeup and prosthetics and stuff?
It's mostly practical, I believe.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. One more Comic-Con thing. Brie Larson was announced as Captain Marvel. I absolutely love the casting choice there. I'm guessing you agree, Will?
Yeah, no, I'm a fan. I mean, the only thing I can really think of seeing her in is 21 Jump Street, but thought she was good in it, and I like her as Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So
I've
so
seen it's either Room or The Room. I don't know if the is in there, but that's a fantastic movie, and she really deserved the Academy Award for her
yeah,
role.
I've heard good things about that. I don't know what it's about at all, but people have said, "Hey, that's a good movie," and I like movies, so I should probably check it out.
You should. So our last news thing is that Marvel announced that Infinity War Part 1 will be its own standalone movie, and they will rename Infinity War Part 2. So do you think Thanos will still be the big bad in both movies, or what do you think?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like the first movie is gonna be like Thanos getting the Infinity Stones, maybe, because right now they're all over the place. So it'll end with him like maybe finally like becoming a presence, because he's just kind of in the background right now.
That's true.
I don't really know. I really have no idea. But like, it makes sense not to have them part one and part two, because like there's like 4 movies in between the two of them, so you can't have anything crazy going on. Just have a cliffhanger, because then you have Ant-Man, the Wasp, and I think Captain Marvel, and like other movies in between. That like I don't know how they would do that.
Yeah, that's true. Did they do this because of what DC did with the Justice League movies?
I believe Marvel did it first, and then Justice League did it first.
Oh,
I think Marvel did it first, and then Justice League did it after. But I think they did it for Justice League because Zack Snyder's kind of questionable right now,
he
and
really is.
they don't know if they want to keep him on for 2 movies, so they could kick him off and do Justice League Part 2 or whatever they're gonna call it without him.
He's really not off to a good start with Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. So
Justice League looks good. It looks
hopefully he
promising.
redeems himself. I'm really pulling for him because I really want a truly great DC movie. I would love that.
Hey, I know he can do a good comic book movie because the Watchmen, that's great. I know you haven't seen it.
Have not seen it.
You still need to see it. It's great, and Zack Snyder did a hell of a job.
Good to know. All right, so let's dive right into our main topic. BVS, let's just go full-blown spoilers, no synopsis or anything. Let's dive right into it. So, right away, the Metropolis scene with Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck, obviously, driving around in that Jeep or Audi or something.
It's a Jeep. It's a Jeep.
I thought that was great, just to like kind of merge Man of Steel and BVS together.
Well, that was already in the theatrical cut, though, correct?
True. I was just starting off right where at the beginning. So.
All right. Well, no, I like that. I think it's a good connection, putting the 2 characters together.
And
but
then Jimmy Olsen.
this gets me so angry.
Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, don't get me started.
So we do get more Jimmy Olsen. How much more, do you ask? We get about 3-4 minutes more of Jimmy Olsen, which is absolutely ridiculous.
And then they just
I'll
fucking
let
kill
you
him.
rant on this one. Go off right now.
They just fucking kill him.
That's it. It's crazy.
Like, in the theatrical cut, it's even worse, because they're just like, hey, this is Lois's photographer. Oh, his name's Jimmy Olsen? Oh, there's a bug in his camera? Boom, he's dead. It's like, what? First of all, Jimmy Olsen's not a spy. He's just a photographer who loves Superman, and they just fucking killed him. And now he'll never be in any of the DC movies because he's dead.
I really hope that some way, somehow, Jimmy Olsen is just kind of like a code name.
No,
wasn't the real Jimmy Olsen.
No, it's not a code name.
A man can dream. Oh God, that's.
They could just like forget about it and just like have a guy start working at the Daily Planet who's Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, make him like Johnny Olsen or something.
No. Just have him be Jimmy Olsen, because he wasn't even like that big in Batman vs Superman. That like, a casual viewer would notice.
Oh God.
Like, no one would even notice. They'd just be like, "Oh, they finally brought Jimmy Olsen into the DC universe. That's cool."
Oh, where was he in Man of Steel and BVS? Jesus. Fucking Snyder, man. God damn. Snyder, if you're listening, you fucked up.
He's probably listening.
Probably.
I imagine so.
We got a little more Alfred in this BVS.
Hold on. Before we jump into there,
Okay.
in the Ultimate Cut, we see KG Beast burning all the bodies in Africa after Superman comes in and like intervenes.
Yes. As
why?
Like a heat ray, like Superman fucking heat visioned everyone.
Why didn't they include that in the movie? It makes so much sense why Superman is being blamed for all the murders in Africa.
Well, he did murder those people in the plane.
No, that was a drone.
What?
That was a drone.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a drone.
He
didn't kill anyone except maybe that like dude that was holding Lois hostage. He maybe killed that guy.
Maybe. Well, he definitely killed that guy.
We don't know. We don't know.
3 brick
We
walls.
don't know. We don't know. He might be dead. He might not be dead.
He's probably dead. Batman
We
kills
don't know.
some people.
Batman killed
Superman. Batman kills a lot of people. Superman.
Batman
kills
killed a lot of people. He killed a lot of people.
Batman has no regard. But
speaking of Batman, we see
Speaking of
Batman's butt. We see Batman's butt in this one.
we do see Bat buns.
Bat bun, I like that.
Hashtag Bat buns.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
You're a big fan of that?
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the Ultimate Cut, actually.
Wow.
Is the bat butt.
Nice. Batman just fucking kills everyone. Like, I don't mind him, like, killing some people, but he just has no regard for anything.
Well, no, this is a Batman who's lost all hope and justice.
He has not even, like, a glimpse of hope. He doesn't have, like...
He's got
nothing. He is the Dark Knight, I guess.
He's a dark, grizzled Batman, just like in The Dark Knight Returns. But if
is
you
it like
see,
that bad in The Dark Knight Returns?
Nah, he doesn't really kill in The Dark Knight Returns, but he's a little more brutal.
He's certainly brutal.
You should definitely watch The Dark Knight Returns and or read it, because they're good.
So just a quick, stupid little story I want to say. So Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg, you know when he's... Like, when he's first introduced, he makes that basketball shot in the movie.
Yeah.
So I read a thing that it took him, like, 30 tries to, like, make that three-pointer in. And I guess he was just, like, flipping out. He was getting so frustrated. He was, like, losing his shit on set because he couldn't make the shot. I just thought that was funny.
That's hilarious. They should have included that into the film. Like, him just freaking out for no reason.
Oh, man. Jesus, where do we go from here?
What?
Soundtrack. I love the soundtrack.
Oh, dude.
Hans Zimmer and what is it? Junkie
XL.
They fucking
Junkie XL. It's great. It's so good at the gym. I love listening to it at the gym.
It is a great gym playlist.
It just bangs. It makes me feel like Batman. And what else more do you need at the gym than feeling like Batman?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't need anything else but feeling like Batman.
Speaking of gym, Superman and Batman are swole as fuck in this movie.
Dude, oh, you know what the best part about Henry Cavill's Superman is?
What?
His hairy chest.
That's the best part?
Yes, because as a person who has a hairy chest, that makes me happy because I don't shave my chest either because I'm not trying to look like a 10-year-old boy. And now fucking, you see Chris Evans, Captain America, shaven, all those guys, shaven. But no, not Henry Cavill. He's got the hairy chest. And he's got the happy trail. And he's just an inspiration to all us hairy-chested guys.
You and Superman have something in common.
Yeah, and we have a lot more things in common. We're both incredibly handsome, super strong.
The heat vision.
Heat vision.
Makes sense.
Stuff like that.
So Superman does some detective work in the Ultimate Cut, which they completely cut out of the theatrical cut, but I really enjoyed it.
It makes so much sense more why he's, like, against Batman. Because, like, they show, like, he does all this investigating and he sees, like, if you get the Bat brand, it's basically a death sentence. And, like, it shows why he doesn't like what Batman's doing. It makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, like, because in the theatrical cut, you're a little, like, I don't really get why these two don't like each other. But, like, in the Ultimate Cut, you see Superman, like, investigating Batman and, like, seeing what happens to all these people.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Like, their reasoning behind disliking each other makes sense. And it also shows how, like, genius and evil Lex Luthor is, that he's orchestrating all these things. Like, you see, there's a scene cut from the theatrical cut where you see Perry giving Clark the invitation to Lex's party or whatever, and it says he personally asked for Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Because he already knows that Clark Kent is Superman.
Yes, he does.
He already knows. He's setting it up from the beginning right there.
He fucking knows who everyone is. It's nuts.
Yeah, he's a genius. I'm not saying he's a great Lex Luthor, but he's a good villain.
The
and
Ultimate
he
Cut
has
definitely helped you understand Lex's plan and everything.
Yeah, it makes him a better villain. Like, because there's a lot of hate on him, and I thought Jesse Eisenberg did a good job being a villain, but he wasn't Lex Luthor. But at least in this version, his plan makes more sense, and you see how, like, genius and diabolical he is. And it makes you feel like, damn, this guy's a good villain.
No,
he's
I
fucking
agree.
crazy, but he's a good villain.
Like, I think Jesse Eisenberg did good with what he was, like, told to do and told to be. Like, I think they were just going for, like a not your father's Lex Luthor kind of deal. And that's what they did. Did people like it? Nah. I don't know. That's up for everyone's opinion.
I don't know. We might get a more traditional Lex Luthor now in the next installments.
So I guess we should just touch on the is this Lex Luthor Jr. theory? Just real quick. Just like a yes or no.
He talks about his dad
a lot.
Yeah.
Is he just like, is he that mad at his dad? Like,
and he's like, he's in prison now, so they could argue, like, Lex Luthor Sr. comes in, and he's like, he hates Superman and Batman because he got his son put in jail.
Oh, Jesus. So he's like not even a villain yet, you're saying?
He's not. He's just like just some guy.
Just a
dude. He's probably a dickhead, but like his motivation is these fucks put my son in jail.
No, I like that. They just like Lex Luthor Sr. just walks up to like that phone booth thing they have in jail, and he's just like, what the fuck?
And it's Bryan Cranston.
Ideally. They'll probably throw somebody stupid in there.
Danny DeVito.
What'd you say, Danny DeVito?
I said Danny DeVito, yes.
The Penguin?
Yeah, Jesus. Danny DeVito for Lex Luthor. Get that going, guys. Hashtag Danny DeVito for Lex Luthor Sr.
Might as well give it a shot. Jenna Malone is in the Ultimate Cut, but not the theatrical release.
She's not Oracle. She's not Oracle, first of all.
She's not Oracle, which was the popular theory going into BVS. She's a scientist who helps Lois figure out the bullet's origin, which, again, helped the story an incredible amount.
She adds an even more important part to the story, which is where she tells Lois that Wally, the wheelchair guy, his wheelchair was lined with lead, so that's why Superman couldn't see the bomb. That makes so much sense. Why not have that in the movie? Because you're just thinking, like, oh, Superman's a dickhead. He just let this dude blow up in the courthouse. And on top of that, in the Ultimate Cut, they show him saving people at the courthouse. In the theatrical cut, it blows up, and he just dips out like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna go see my dad in the mountain.
Yeah, they made Superman be like a real dickhead in the theatrical release. I don't know why.
I don't get why they didn't just put this one out. Like, who cares if it's 3 hours? Who cares if it's 3 hours? Just the fact that it's Batman and Superman in a movie, you're gonna go see it no matter how long it is. It
Like
could be
you
a
and
half an
I,
hour long. No.
it's
Anyone is gonna go see Batman vs Superman. Doesn't matter how long it is.
I disagree with you on that, but um. So on the Wally thing, Wallace Scoot McNairy is the real actor's name.
I just want to call him Scoot the whole time, but I felt like I
But
had to call him by his name in the film.
Scoot's such an odd name. Is like Scoot short for something?
Um, I can't take any of the credit for this because I heard this on the Weekly Planet, and
Okay.
I don't even know if it's true, but I think it's something like when he was a baby, he like used to sit on his butt and scoot around the floor or something like that, and his dad started calling him that. I don't even know if that's true. Like they
God,
could have made that up on the Weekly Planet, or it's a real fact. I don't know, but I'm just gonna keep believing that he
I hope
scooted
that's
around.
true. That is a great story. Holy shit.
Yeah, he just scoots around. So scoot.
So Scoot McNairy, I like him as an actor. I feel like he just gets the weirdest roles. Like he's got no legs in BVS and Gone Girl. He's like a rapist.
Wait, he's
Like-
in Gone Girl?
Yeah, he's you know when Ben Affleck's character, forgot his name, goes to like the bar and like talks to that guy. He like talks to a guy like about his wife.
That's super
And-
vague, but that movie's unreal.
Unreal. It is.
It's an unreal movie.
It is certainly unreal.
Is there a possibility that Gone Girl and Batman vs Superman are in the same universe if they both have Ben Affleck and Scoot McNairy? Could this be some sort of prequel?
A prequel?
This is why Batman is so dark and grizzled, because his wife's a crazy bitch.
Jesus.
Or they're just two separate movies. That's probably what it is.
Probably the second one.
Yeah, it's probably two separate movies.
Oh man. Oh. Metahuman
Anyways.
Files. Metahuman Files I want to get to. Because
Okay,
in the
yeah.
theatrical cut, Batman watches the Metahuman Files, correct?
Yes.
And in the Ultimate cut, Wonder Woman watches the Metahuman Files, which it flows better with Wonder Woman watching it because she's just hanging in her apartment, like watching the news, like before the doomsday shit happens, and then Bruce hops on Instant Messenger, which I thought was kind of strange. And then, so Bruce sends her the picture, and then she pops up the files, and she looks at all the files: Cyborg, Aquaman, Flash. I thought it was flowed better. I don't know.
Yeah, it goes much more organically with the story. Like, it just flows more. Like, showing her look at them because she gets the email of her from Batman or whatever, and it makes more sense, and it seems like less of a shoehorn of these cameos into the movie. It seems more organic, like it flows with the plot, so it doesn't seem like they're just trying to shove these characters down your throat, like, hey, these guys are going to be in the movies, get excited.
I do dislike the Aquaman cameo just because he just comes out of the fucking ship and just flies away. At least like
Yeah.
Flash, you see his powers.
No,
And-
we see Aquaman throw his trident like a fucking badass, and then he just torpedoes out of there.
I thought they could have done something else.
I don't know,
Like-
after
like
seeing
he
the
calls
Justice
on
League
a bunch
trailer...
of sharks and they eat the guys filming them.
No,
Something
no.
like that.
No, that's dumb. That's
Thought
dumb.
that
I mean,
would be
they could have definitely showed Aquaman better, but that's dumb.
Whatever. It's a Batman Superman movie, so understandable.
Yeah, but was I the only one that thought in the scene where the kryptonite spear is in the water that Aquaman was just gonna show up with the spear?
God, that would have been great.
Because that's what I thought was gonna happen.
That
Because
would've
I
been
remember when
fantastic.
they cast like Jason Momoa and they casted Gal Gadot like the same time, and it was like a big deal that they were both gonna be in Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
And Wonder Woman got such a much larger role than Aquaman that I thought he was gonna show up at that final fight, and
Yeah.
I would have came in my pants if
Wow.
Aquaman showed up with the spear and just threw hands with Doomsday, but it
That
did
would-
not happen.
That would have been crazy.
It didn't happen.
fucking Lois Lane throws the spear in the water in the first place.
Yeah, well, she's just trying to
Stupid.
save Superman. It makes sense.
Well, she fucked up. Almost died.
Anyways, going back with how genius Lex Luthor's plan is,
Yep.
there's that woman in the beginning of the film who, like, testifies to Superman coming into the village and, like, killing everyone. We find out later on in the Ultimate Cut that she was being blackmailed by KG Beast and Lex Luthor. And then he eventually kills her and throws her in front of a train because she comes clean and says she's lying.
He does do that, and
He
was
kills her.
crazy. It was like
And it
blatant murder.
just pushes her in front of a train. No regard for anything. It's great.
Well, I mean, it's KG Beast, so. I mean, also, rest in peace, KG Beast. Zack Snyder just killing off another, like,
No, I
huge
think
character.
I don't know anything.
That?
I don't know anything about him from the comic books, but I know he's in Arrow.
He is an Arrow.
But I actually, you know what? He's in Batman Assault on Arkham, and he's the first one to die because he like tries to escape with the bomb in his head.
Nice.
But he's like a huge like swole guy with like a mask, I think. So maybe like he just got burnt the fuck up, and now he's like a scarred dude. But he can still be alive.
So he'll like come back with like his actual shit,
He's-
like kind of like
you know what?
Crossbones in Civil War.
I was just
kinda?
gonna say that he's gonna be Crossbones.
I wouldn't mind that actually.
He's not 100% out. I think they could bring him back in. But I also feel like he's not really that big of a villain that like no one's gonna care that he's dead.
Yeah, it's also true.
Side note, Batman actually originally killed him in the comics,
Really?
and then they retconned it.
Nice.
He like I don't really know a lot about it, but he like left him locked in like a basement underground or something to die.
Just like until he died.
Yeah, until he died. But then they retconned it because
guy.
Batman doesn't kill.
Well, he doesn't BVS.
Yes, he does.
Speaking of Batman killing, that warehouse scene is awesome. I absolutely love it.
Oh, it's way more brutal, and I'm
It is.
fairly confident it got the R rating because of that scene. But it's totally worth it.
That is true. I love the part where so he gets the gun to the back of the head, which I guess he could take that, which is crazy, and then he gets stabbed in the shoulder. He like seeks out the guy who stabs him in the shoulder, and he like stabs him back, like stuck him to the wall, and I'm assuming he like punches him in the balls to end the warehouse scene.
I thought he punched him in the chest, like the stomach.
It looked like an uppercut. Well,
I don't know.
I'm gonna say the balls, and that was their comic relief.
I don't know. I don't think Batman would do a low blow like that.
You don't think so? Not this Batman? I think this Batman would.
I don't think any Batman, any Batmen, any of the Batmans.
It's probably
I don't think
Batman.
any. I don't know how to say it, but I don't think any of them would do a dick punch. I don't think they would do that.
So I just want to say that obviously when Superman brings Doomsday into space, the president has absolutely no problems with nuking Superman. He like pulls the trigger real fast.
No, it seemed like he was pretty. Oh no, Superman was not Superman. The president was cool with it. That other guy, who was like working with Lois, was like,
Yeah.
"But sir, Superman's there."
Yeah, and the president was like, "Yep, shoot it."
But like it makes sense because like they think Superman might have been involved with the Capitol blowing up or whatever. So I
Yeah.
can understand why they're willing to kill him, to kill Doomsday. I mean, he's not even a U.S. citizen. He's not even a citizen of Earth.
He's an alien, man.
He's an alien.
Steppenwolf cameo shows some other boxes. Didn't get that in the theatrical cut.
I thought that was cool.
It kind of felt
And-
out of place to me, but I mean, they definitely needed to do something like that
Well,
to like segue
it was-
into the next movie, kind of.
It makes more sense as to why Lex is rambling on about Darkseid coming at the end of the movie.
Yep.
It's a nice little segue, to future installments, and it also shows how Lex gets apprehended because at the end of the theatrical cut, he's just kind of in jail.
Yeah. So I have a Mother Box question. So Steppenwolf in his cameo, he has 3 Mother Boxes, and then one of the Mother Boxes is used to build Cyborg. Is there like a limited number of Mother Boxes, like on hidden like around Earth? Like, do you know anything about that?
My only knowledge of Mother Boxes comes from the first like 6 issues of Justice League in the New 52, and then they did Justice League War, the animated movie, which was based on those issues. It might be, I think it's 1 to 6, maybe it's 1 to 8 or 1 to 4. It's really good. I really like the movie, but they show a ton of Mother Boxes on Earth. Because what they do is they like send them out to Earth, and then it opens a portal to Apocalypse or something like that. Jesus. So I don't know if there's a limited supply.
Yep. Is it like Dragon Balls, and you gotta find all the Dragon Balls, and then you can destroy Earth?
I don't watch Dragon Ball Z, so I'm just gonna say yes. It's exactly like that.
So one thing that I
Save
also... Martha? Are we going to Martha talk?
Save Martha.
Save Martha. That... Oh, man.
Why did you say that name?
that was just a weird way of, like, having them get together and, like, join forces. I don't know.
It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't actually bother me that much.
Why did you say that name? Like, what?
Like, it makes sense, because Batman's basically a giant child.
I guess so.
And it makes sense.
Rewatching last night, at the very beginning, they do, like, the quick Batman origin story. And Jeffrey D. Morgan, like, reaches to his wife at the very end.
He goes, Martha.
He goes, Martha. And I go, little did we know what was going to happen.
It's such foreshadowing, man. It's great.
Such foreshadowing. So obviously, Superman dies. What I thought was weird that someone else brought up, I don't know if I heard it on a different podcast, maybe the Weekly Planet, but like there's 2 coffins. So they do like
one's empty because one's Superman's coffin. Yeah, one's Superman's coffin, one's Clark Kent's coffin.
But they're one person.
Yeah, but so they don't actually have Superman's body, but they don't know how to honor him. They know he's dead. Yeah. So they're just giving him like a funeral.
Okay.
There's even a part where like Batman says to Wonder Woman like, "Oh, that box is empty," talking about Superman's coffin.
Yeah.
It's just more of it's a funeral. They're just honoring Superman. It's not like his body's not there.
I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny. I mean, like I understand, but one of them's empty.
It made sense to me. But a nice thing I noticed that they cut out of the theatrical cut is after the funeral service at the cemetery, Martha is talking to someone about like the bill for the funeral, and he's like, "Oh, it's already paid off by an anonymous donor."
Yeah,
and that's obviously Bruce Wayne. That's clearly Bruce Wayne.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a nice touch because he tried to kill him for 2 hours and 45 minutes of the movie.
The least he could do is pay for the funeral.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that was nice.
So obviously the dirt raises off the coffin. Do you think he's alive already, or this is kind of towards Justice League? Like, when do you think he's going to come back in Justice League? And
he's gonna come back at the end of Justice League.
At the end, like at the very end.
Like maybe not the end, but like last like 30 minutes. I don't know.
Do you think he'll show up in the black suit? Like in Superman Returns, and a beard and long hair?
I just want to... I don't care what he shows up in. I just want a beard. Because he has a beard in... He has a beard... He has a beard in Man of Steel, and he looks dope.
That he does. Anything else with Ultimate Cut?
Well, this isn't with the Ultimate Cut. This is just back to Superman being dead.
Okay.
I don't think... Obviously, he's not really dead. But in the comics, when Doomsday kills him the first time, he's not dead. he just needs to like regenerate and heal in the Fortress of Solitude, because like it takes a while for him to heal from that. So I think that's just what's happening. He's not dead. Like to our medicine, he appears dead, but he's just healing because he's had a lot of traumatic, like brute
Yeah.
force
I
stabbing done to
we
his
still
chest.
don't have a Fortress of Solitude,
So
which
I think it's something like that.
I thought we were gonna
Yeah,
get
no,
something
we don't.
when he
We don't.
just decided to climb up that mountain, but instead he like hallucinated and talked with his dead dad. So yeah, just need a little
That's cool too. That's
spiritual thing.
Cool too. Yeah, killing horses with flood and
So the
rivers.
BVS Ultimate Cut better than the theatrical release?
Before we answer this question, I just want to add in the end of the movie. Batman goes to talk to
We didn't
talk
talk
to Lex
about this
Luthor,
yet. Yep.
and he says he's sending him to Arkham. He says he's sending Lex Luthor to Arkham,
And he's already confirmed
think that's
for
awesome.
Lex's for the Justice League movie, so that should be really cool.
I think we're gonna get a cameo
Like
in
a
Suicide
face
Squad,
body cameo, or
because
like
I'm
a
assuming
little hint
one
like
of the
an Easter egg?
members could be a mention, could be a name drop, could be actually Lex Luthor. I don't know, because I imagine someone in the Suicide Squad is gonna be from Arkham, and we'll get a little Lex cameo, and I will
cool.
appreciate that because I like cameos and Easter eggs.
So better than theatrical.
But I think it's
Okay.
a much
I agree.
more complete film. It makes more sense, and it's
It
better.
just, like-
It's better. It's a whole movie.
It like rounds everything out. Like I don't know. Like it makes Lex's plan. Just there was holes in Lex's plan in the theatrical release. I was like what? Why does everyone hate Superman so much? Like blah blah blah. But they really filled that in the Ultimate Cut, and I enjoyed it. 3 hours, whatever. I really don't care. I like. Yeah,
felt like
'Cause you split it
felt like
into
an hour
two
and a half
sittings.
to me.
That's why. You bastard.
That's exactly why I felt like that. Well, that's what happens when you try to start a 3-hour
it's tough.
movie at 11 o'clock at night. It's
just
a
the
mistake.
one.
But
Yeah, no, I
all
agree.
in all,
so the one
it's
thing
good.
for me, I
It's
just
good.
really wish we knew how Lex found out everyone's like identities and stuff, and like the metahuman stuff. He just kind of knows. Is it like because he's just a billionaire? But like Batman's a billionaire, and he didn't know everyone's identities.
Yeah, but Batman
Did
knew
he?
Clark Kent was Superman, didn't he?
I don't
I
know
thought he
about that.
did. I feel like
like,
there's something in the movie. I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
know, I
I'm
just
wrong.
would've liked
Maybe
a
I'm
quick little
wrong.
quick little thing like, oh, Lex just knows everyone. Oh, okay, that makes sense. But whatever, I don't care.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe they'll answer that in like Justice League or something when Batman's bringing the whole gang together. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I can.
also would.
I'll still sleep at night.
Did it deserve an R rating? You think?
I think they could have done it without an R rating. Like, I'm assuming the R rating. Actually, I'm fairly confident the R rating is strictly because of
Yeah.
blood and like violence, and they could have toned that down a little bit. Like, it didn't. That wasn't what made the Ultimate Cut better. It's the like explaining Lex's plan and like seeing Clark Kent like, investigate, do some journalistic work that made the Ultimate Cut better. Not Batman.
Yeah.
Stabbing
No, I
the
agree.
shit out of some dude.
I don't know what the U.S.'s like mark is for making movies R PG-13, but I think they might have did it just to sell more Blu-rays because that's just how I think. But I was gonna buy the Blu-ray no matter what the rating was. I would have watched like a G-rated Batman vs Superman. But
Don't quote me on this, but I think with the MPAA, it's something like you can show someone getting shot, but if you show any blood, that makes it R. So if they're just getting shot, it's PG-13. But if you see the blood, it's R. So I think blood is the factor.
They're-
Blood and gore is the factor for an R-rated movie. Plus, like, language. Because I think a PG-13 movie, they get 3 uses of the word fuck not referring in a sexual term. So you can't say fuck you,
like,
but you can say, like,
there was
whoa, what a
one
fucking
fuck
joke, or something like
Batman
that.
vs Superman Ultimate Edition, and there is one, and I wrote this down. I forgot to say it earlier, but this segues nicely. So Scoot McNairy's character Wallace, once he gets out of jail, you know, they bring him to that like abandoned house, and Lex gives him the wheelchair. That scene, Lex Luthor like turns around in the wheelchair, and Wallace goes, like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I was like, "Oh God!" Like, it came out of nowhere. And that was the one fuck.
Well,
yeah,
I didn't notice that, but they still could have had that in the PG-13 one because it's not in a sexual reference. Because if you've seen Fast 5, this is what I always think of. The Rock shows up, and he's like, "I'm after these guys, blah, blah, I'm in charge now. I only have one ruler, and that's stay the fuck out of my way," or something. It's something like that, and it's a PG-13 movie.
The fuck word.
Oh, of course.
So
it's
BVS,
The Rock. It makes so
I
much
give
sense.
it a thumbs up. I don't know about
But, yeah, no, on Will Watches Movies blog.wordpress.com, I have a rating scale. I think I gave BVS a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna bump the ultimate cut up to an 8.5 out of 10.
Folks? Will Watches Movies gives it 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10.
Speaking of ratings here, Rotten Tomatoes gave Batman v Superman a 27%, which they consider quote unquote rotten. I think the rotten and fresh is what, 60%? I think that's what they categorize it as. So I would like to get into this world famous segment I just thought of a couple hours ago. Apparently better than BVS, according to Rotten Tomatoes. So I have a list of movies here that are apparently better than BVS, according to Rotten Tomatoes. So the first one is Justin Bieber's Never Say Never, with a 64% on Rotten Tomatoes. Anything on that?
I have not seen that, so I cannot comment on it.
Yeah,
but I'm sure it's excellent. I'm sure it's very good.
So again, BVS is a 27.
It's probably good.
All of the Star Wars prequels are better than BVS. 1, 2, and 3. Paul Blart Mall Cop is better than BVS.
That movie's not terrible though. I remember
you were a fan,
but I saw it when I want to say like 14-year-old Will watched it and he enjoyed it. Maybe it was because I was fat, Kevin James is fat, and I just like him. I like Kevin James. It makes me feel good. Like Zookeeper, that's a good one. Zookeeper's good, and there's a new Kevin James TV show coming out in the fall. I'm excited for it.
It's all right.
But I digress.
Spider-Man 3, the one with Venom and Topher Grace, that just didn't really work out, in my opinion. I don't know. You're a big Spider-Man guy. I don't know how you feel about that.
Whenever that movie came out, I was probably like 11, and I thought it was awesome. Because Spider-Man and the black suit and Venom. And then I watched it again, and it's not good.
It's all right. It had potential. Just
it makes me sad.
That scene where he's dancing down the sidewalk is just blasphemy.
It's
don't mess with the Zohan.
It's garbage.
The Adam Sandler movie where he's like not a ninja, but he's like a hairdresser or something. That's better than BVS.
No, he's an Israeli assassin or whatever, and he wants to be a hairdresser.
That's better than BVS? What?
It's not better. It's definitely not better than BVS, but he does do no-handed push-ups in that movie.
That's goals. That's gym goals right there.
Which is
No handed
It's a
push-up.
personal goal of mine is to do a
Twilight.
no-handed push-up.
Just trash, but it's better than BVS, I guess. Daredevil. They just don't like Ben Affleck superhero movies. But I'll let you go on this one.
Daredevil is great. When Ben Affleck was cast as Batman, everyone was like, "No, he's gonna suck," and I was like, "No, he's a dope Daredevil. He's gonna be a great Batman." And I know what you're thinking. The Daredevil movie's not that good. Watch the director's cut. It'll change your life. It's also rated R, like the BVS Ultimate Cut. And they add so much more stuff in it. There's a whole subplot with Coolio. It's great. Ben Affleck just keeps getting fucked by editors or whatever. Like, his superhero movies are only good if they're a director's cut.
As of right now.
Now. But if you're listening to this, which there's probably like two people out there, Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot,
less than a handful of listeners, and I love watching. Yeah,
but so if you're watching this or listening to this, and you haven't seen the Daredevil director's cut, pick it up on Amazon. It's like $8. Watch it.
Tweet at us
and tell me it's not good. Tweet at me. Tweet at us.
Tell
us what you think. I think it's amazing.
At Big Willie Beats, at Stolby _ hashtag Deadlifting Dorks, whatever you want to use. We'll listen.
That's Big Willie Beats with a Z.
Z's are cool.
Because Z's are cool.
What else do I have on this list?
Z's are cool.
Fantastic Four, not the reboot. The reboot is worse. Clearly, obviously, trash movie.
That's good because it's garbage.
The 2005 Fantastic Four with Jessica Alba and Chris Evans as fucking Flame On guy. Human Torch. That is the same score as BVS, and the sequel is a 37 better, or is 10 points better than BVS. I know what I want to say about Daredevil the movie. So watching it now, I don't think it's a good movie, but I think for 2003 it was a very good movie.
All right. Well, I loved it when I was like 10 or whenever it came out. I thought it was awesome. And then I rewatched it recently, and it's still it's kind of, it doesn't hold up necessarily because I guess you're right, it's a little dated. But if you watch that director's cut,
all right, you heard it here first.
It'll change your life.
Air Bud, the movie with the dog playing on the basketball team. That's better than BVS. Oh man, what else?
I used to like that movie when I was like 6.
There's no way you could stomach sitting through an Air Bud movie right now.
Yeah, I could not watch it now.
What else?
No,
Dark Water. So. This was your contribution to the list.
It's my sister's, like, I don't know if it's her favorite movie, but for a while it was her only suggestion of movies to watch, and it's complete and utter garbage. Do yourself a favor, don't watch it.
Thanks, Lauren.
Forget about it because it's trash.
What else I got? All right,
yeah,
I got
Lauren,
two
thanks.
Two more. All of the Sharknado movies are scored better than BVS. The first one actually is an 80-2, which is just absolutely bonkers to me because all those movies are trash.
I'm pretty sure
that is absolutely.
I'm pretty sure that's certified fresh.
Which is.
That makes me so happy that Sharknado is
3 times better than BVS, according to Rotten Tomatoes. Accurate? Yeah.
That's accurate.
Jeez.
That's accurate.
All right, and the last one I got on this list, X-Men Origins Wolverine, is 11 points better than BVS.
Garbage.
Oh, that
garbage.
Trash. Thank God they did a fucking.
I didn't want to talk about it.
That's all I can say. Thank God. And that's my segment. apparently better than BVS according to Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm just worried that we're not going to be able to do this on every episode.
Like segment. I could just bring out like one movie each week, 1 or 2 movies.
Yeah, or we could try to find shitty movies that are somehow better than the movie we're discussing, even though it's not.
Moving on to it.
We'll see what Ben and Gal think
hit
of
us
the
up,
segment
Gal,
when they get back to us with their feedback.
So on to our next segment. We actually had a couple tweets at us asking questions. How? I don't know. We made a Twitter account like 3 days ago.
It's definitely.
It may or may not be our friends
because we asked our friends to ask us questions.
No,
it's definitely not that.
We have like 2 fans.
We have fans.
At Connor Malogna tweeted at us. How do you guys feel about the new Batsuit? 2016 or 2017? Hashtag Deadlifting Dorks. So, I liked the Batsuit in BVS. It had like the obese bat on the chest, the gray suit. I thought it was cool. The fat bat.
I love the fat bat on the chest. Big fan.
So the 2017, the Justice League one, the regular bat suit, I guess, is getting a blue tint to it. I don't know if that's reminiscent of any animated thing or comic books or not, but.
His suit is more blue in some of the comic books. He goes back from like a gray black to a blue gray.
Yeah, and then so the tactical suit is that big armored bulky suit. I guess that is getting updated with a couple new features I'm hearing. I don't know what those features are exactly. They haven't disclosed them, but they did say that tactical suit is getting an arm brace and a leg brace. So I don't know if Batman's hurt from like some fight after BVS, or maybe it's the BVS fight itself. Who knows? He is old. He's old. He's old. And that kind of goes along with the Dark Knight Returns type of like Batman we're getting, because in the book and in the movie, he wears an arm brace and maybe a leg brace, but like I know he wears an arm brace, and like it makes him stronger and stuff. And that's also an older Batman, that's so cool. It makes sense that we're getting something like that. The arm brace and leg brace will be on the same side? No? All right.
No. Nah. Just visually.
So, Connor, to answer your question, you're asking me which one do I prefer, 2016 or 17? I haven't seen enough of the 2017. We just kind of see like from the chest up in the Justice League trailer, and kind of the side when he falls from the ceiling or whatever. So I guess by default, I'm going to say the 2016 one. I don't know about you, Will. All right.
I'm going to say they're both
On
cool.
to our next question. From at Corner Sheery. Sheehy. Sorry. Corner.
Sheehy.
Wow. It's weird how
I don't know who this person is. I just
random guy's
I'm
name.
assuming that's how you pronounce it. Wow. I'm just assuming that's how you pronounce it.
Who's better with a bow and arrow? Daryl Dixon or the Green Arrow? Hashtag Deadlifting Dorks. I don't.
No, you don't watch The Walking Dead, so you should watch The Walking Dead. But I will handle this question for us. I think it's a relatively straightforward question. On The Walking Dead, we do not see Daryl use a bow and arrow at all. And while he is quite proficient with his crossbow, I don't think that necessarily carries over to bow and arrow skills. So I think Green Arrow is going to take it here.
Like
maybe in like a marksman's challenge, if they were like seeing who could... If they're just shooting at targets, I don't know. I'd have to... Like, do they get to use whatever weapons they want? Are we including the crossbow as a bow and arrow? But if we're just doing strictly like compound bow and arrows, I think Oliver Queen, Green Arrow.
All right. Well, I'm going to go Green Arrow again by default, just because I don't watch The Walking Dead, and I am a massive fan of Arrow and the Green Arrow. Do you think? What if they were like Western style, like right in the road? And they had one. They like did the 5 paces and turn around and shoot. Who you got?
Are they doing it
Daryl has
with
a
bows and
crossbow.
arrows? A bow
Oliver
and arrow?
has the bow and arrow.
Oh, that's a tough one because
Yep.
Oliver's real. He's real fast with the bow, but like the crossbow, you don't have to like put the bow in the arrow in the
That'd
bow
be
or anything.
interesting.
It's just there. I don't know. I don't know though. I think I gotta give it to Arrow because he's he's in a better physical condition than Daryl. Like he's working out and shit. Like Daryl's just fighting to survive.
Doing salmon
I'm
ladders and
giving
shit.
it to Green Arrow still. Yeah, like he's got that speed and agility. Like Daryl's just
That's
got
true.
that grit and brooding force.
Green Arrow.
It's Green Arrow.
You
It's
ready
Green
here
Arrow.
first?
Green Arrow in a
So
duel.
our last question, our third and last question, is from @HughesGotGame, and it is a great
It's
Twitter
a
handle.
great Twitter handle.
And he asks what.
Yeah, good
So
job
Hugh
on that guy.
Jackman is confirmed that Wolverine, the new Wolverine, is it 2 or 3? Wolverine 3 will be his last Wolverine movie. So Hughes Got Game asks what we think is going to happen to the Wolverine character. Do you think they'll recast? Do you think they just won't even have the Wolverine anymore? So I don't know. You're more of an X-Men guy than I am. So put your 2 cents in. Okay.
I think he's gonna die, like he has in the Marvel 616 universe, which is just the mainstream continuity. He dies and he gets replaced by X-23, who's a clone of Wolverine. She's a woman. She has 2 claws on each hand and a claw on her feet.
So
I think.
question: if she's a clone of Wolverine, how is she a woman? Not that there's anything wrong with a woman superhero. I'm
Yeah,
fine with it. I
I'm
just
not
don't like if it's a clone. I would assume she'd also be Hugh Jackman.
Well, I'm not a geneticist, so I don't think I can give you
Also,
the proper
just
answer to
comic
this question.
books. They just do whatever
But,
the fuck they want. So
Yeah, there's probably not any science actually involved in it. But there's a great setup at the end of X-Men Apocalypse. Spoiler alert here if you haven't seen it yet. The end credit scene shows some vials of Wolverine's blood being taken from the Weapon X facility. And you know what you can use
so
blood
maybe they will
for?
do that.
Cloning. Yep. Yeah, so they're probably gonna X-23 and they're gonna cast let's see, who am I gonna fan cast as X-23 right now? Anna Kendrick.
She wants to be Squirrel Girl.
No, that's actually a really bad casting, but I'm just sticking with it.
She said it like as a joke
Does
on
she?
like Jimmy Fallon or something.
Oh, I could totally see that though.
Say they
I think it's
recast
awesome.
they recast Wolverine, but like as a guy, and they just play it off like they didn't even recast. Who would you put? Who would you fill in for Hugh Jackman? Any actors or anything? Has to be
I feel
Australian.
like he's got to be Australian. You know what? He has to be Australian because Hugh Jackman's Australian. I know Wolverine's not Australian, but Hugh Jackman is. And I just casted it. You know what the Fox Marvel Universe is missing?
Yeah?
It's a Hemsworth.
Wow.
Bring in Liam Hemsworth as Wolverine.
Huh.
Yep. Or the guy that plays Eggsy in The Kingsman.
I bought Kingsman like 2 days ago.
And
I need to watch it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you should really see it. It's like one of my favorite movies of 2015. But him and Hugh Jackman both starred in Eddie the Eagle, which is also another great film. But Taron Egerton is his name, I believe. I think this is like speculation that he could be the next Wolverine or whatever, and I think he could totally do it. Like, he's pretty buff in Kingsman, so he can get the Wolverine physique, I think, and he's like, yeah, he's kind of grungy.
I remember
can see
seeing
it,
that
I would
like
totally
when
be okay with
whatever last year Hugh Jackman said that he was done as Wolverine, that like Scott Eastwood would be a recasting, but he's in that would be dope, but he's already in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but if he's not a big role in Suicide Squad, he could totally.
I saw
be
that
in both
and
universes.
then
That would be cool.
God, what's the guy's name? Joe Manganiello or whatever.
Oh,
married to Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, the huge guy from True Blood.
Guy's massive.
Yeah, the huge guy from True Blood. He's kind of old too, though. So I feel like he wouldn't have that many
build,
years in him.
Like just jacked men. And he's got like the beard too.
He's got the Wolverine build. Well, actually, you know, if they're gonna recast Wolverine, they should get like a shorter guy, because he's like 5'7" in the comics or whatever.
Actually,
Hugh Jackman's
this is
like
a funny
6'1".
Not really a story, but I read like either 2 or 3 years ago, Hugh Jackman went to San Diego Comic-Con and he dressed up as Wolverine and walked around the floor, and people were going up to him and was like, "Wolverine's not that tall. You can't be Wolverine." And it was actually Hugh Jackman. So I thought that was a cool story.
That's awesome. I think that's
those are our tweets, man. A whole 3 tweets.
All right. If any of you listeners out there got questions, you can tweet us at Deadlifting Dorks, or you can tweet your question out with the hashtag Deadlifting Dorks, or you can tweet at myself at Big Willie B.
Or you can tweet at me.
Or you can
it's my Twitter handle.
I'll let you take
Or
it
you
over.
can tweet at myself at Staldi.
Yeah, you can handle that.
STALDI. Underscore. There's an underscore at the end because apparently there's another Staldi out there in the world that I don't know about. God damn it.
It's bullshit, man.
Too many Staldis.
Bullshit.
But please tweet at us. I would love to have more than 3 questions for next week. So
yeah, we would really like that. Speaking of next week's episode is going to be a Suicide Squad centric episode.
I
can't.
I
wait
love
for
the
this
trailers,
movie.
but we're at that point where like Comic-Con just happened, so they're releasing so much footage, and I'm seeing like,
stopped
scenes
watching
from an actual movie, and I'm just trying not to watch, but I want to watch so bad.
I stopped watching like trailers
That's
and
what I
TV
mean.
spots because like I just want to save it for the movie.
I think it's going to be great. Will Smith is going like full-blown Will Smith for this movie. It's going to be great.
He's so Will Smith in the movie.
It should be good. I feel like if
wait.
it's not a good movie, which I don't think it will, I think it'll be great. But like all the cast doing those crazy things, like the method acting and stuff, and like getting tattoos, they'll be like, "Fuck, why'd we do that?"
Let's not worry about it,
funny.
and it's gonna be a good movie.
I know it's the end of the episode, but
It's gonna be a good movie.
What'd you do this past week? We should have done this at the beginning, but got any cool stories or anything? What do you got going?
Hey, we're new at this, so we can get a little slack cut. A lot of slack cut. But I went to Washington D.C. actually, which is pretty cool. It's actually funny because I went because me and my girlfriend watched Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and there's this scene where you see Captain America's exhibit in the museum, and I was like, man, that looks cool. I've never been to the Smithsonian. That would be dope. And then we started locking down plans to go to DC, to go to the museums and stuff, which is awesome.
What's not awesome?
But you know what's not awesome? When you park in front of the Smithsonian Zoo, and some asshole busts your window and steals your backpack.
Nice.
Yeah, so fuck DC. Unless you're a listener from DC, then you're alright.
Imagine
unless
if
you're the guy that took my backpack, then fuck you.
Yeah?
I I hope he's listening.
Hey,
'Cause
hey,
fuck
guy
you.
who stole Will's backpack,
Yeah.
tweet at
But
us.
you know what? He
At
didn't
Big
get
Willie
anything
Beats,
good.
at Staldy. Hashtag Deadlifting Dorks.
Yeah, tweet at us. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll give you my address.
Kid
Come to
lifts.
my house. I'll beat the shit out of you. But, I do lift sometimes. But anyways, I think it's funny because he busted my window and he took my backpack. And literally all that was in my backpack was protein, creatine, some measuring spoons, vitamins,
Nice.
a Spider-Man graphic novel, and the
What if he
first
was like
book
a
in the
nerd and
Dark
he was
Tower
like,
series.
oh, jackpot. I don't know.
What nerd is breaking windows? Like, he was looking for, like, an iPad or a digital camera to go pawn. You can't go pawn half a used bottle of creatine or, like, a book. Like, this guy, I'm just hoping he's like, fuck
sure
this
he is.
shit, and just pissed off that he wasted his time. Side note, I also
You
had
do
a
have
fake
a fake
ID for my
your
cat, in
which
that
I don't
backpack.
understand, but I don't know if the podcasters, listeners, care enough to know about it. You should probably.
Well, I just
Probably.
hope the guy's
Probably
like, this
fuck,
guy's a
why'd I
fucking
break into this
weirdo.
car?
I hope he's, like,
Yeah?
scared. I hope he's scared that he took my
I
stuff.
bet he is.
Yeah, I hope he's scared.
So, what
Probably
else you
not.
got?
But other than that, this
I
week,
still have to get to that.
I watched The Killing Joke. I would love to discuss it with you because I have some serious thoughts on it. So maybe we could do a little bit
Would
in
love
our
to do
next
that.
episode if you watch it by then. But because I watched The Killing Joke, I was in a real Batman mood. So I read Batman Year One and Batman: The Man Who Laughs. I've never read either of them before. They're great. I really enjoy them. Batman Year One is written by Frank Miller, and it's just Batman at the beginning of his career, and it's pretty cool. Like him and Jim Gordon come together. It's fun. And The Man Who Laughs is another Joker story, and it's like the first time Batman deals with the Joker. And
Everyone loves the Joker story.
I love the Joker, so it's a good read. Check this out. Yeah, no, who
Your
doesn't?
week was a lot more
what'd you do
eventful
this
than
week,
mine
Stolly?
was. Oh, God. So I was going to go to The Killing Joke, theatrical release. Second night was Tuesday. Couldn't find anyone to go with. Didn't have the balls to go by myself to the movies, so I didn't do that. I watched BVS for this review podcast. Yeah, I got fucking nothing. Hopefully next week's more eventful. I don't really read. Oh, I did buy Ready Player One, the novel. Going to be a movie in 2 or 3 years. Can't remember. I'm going to start that probably this week. Read the first sentence. Obviously didn't draw me in too much
that
because I
first
haven't
sentence.
read after it. It was good, but
That's a good first sentence.
I'll get to it. I'll be more eventful next week for the listeners. I'm sorry.
Yeah, get
I
your
do need to get my shit together.
I
went
get
to the
your
gym
shit together, man.
because we're deadlifting dorks.
We
Always going to the gym.
Always going to the gym.
For you gym rats who are listening, which is probably none of you, I'm on the full workout routine. Jesus, I can't even spell. PHUL
It's
workout.
PH.
I enjoy it. I was thinking about changing it, but I'm just kind of lazy to find a new workout routine. But I enjoy it. I'm seeing results, so that's cool.
Yeah, I was doing that too. I actually just changed to a 5-day split this week because I was getting bored with it. But I used to
you
be
did.
fat. I lost like 70 pounds. So now I'm just trying to get swole. I just want to look like
Hashtag used to be
Ben
fat.
Affleck Batman. So hashtag used to be fat.
There he
Look
is.
me up on Instagram. I use that very often because I'm a dickhead. But yeah, just trying to get huge.
Hell yeah.
In the gym, drinking protein shakes and stuff.
I haven't lost 70
Steaks.
pounds, but I'm down like 20 pounds. Used to be chubby. Now I'm a little less chubby. Moving my way. Starting to be a gym douche. Making progress in that category.
Hey man, it's all about them gains, whether they're
Absolutely.
bigger or little. Now would be a good time to
All
say like
aboard
all
the
aboard the
gain
gain
train.
train and then insert a choo-choo train.
We don't have
But we don't have any sound effects yet. But we're eventually going to have an intro and an outro.
We're going to have an
Cool
intro and
stuff like
outro.
that,
We're going to
so
have a
look
new
forward to that,
logo.
guys.
If you go on our Twitter page, we have like a photoshopped image of Superman deadlifting.
Hey, you know what? If you guys like that logo, we'll keep it. Maybe, if we have any fans, they'll maybe submit a
Absolutely.
logo or something.
I'm hoping
we're open to
get
suggestions.
I think it's
But
just you and me talking to each other.
There's probably no one listening, so
That's cool.
it's
I could
definitely
do
just
this.
us recording a conversation.
I could do this once a week.
for no one to listen
Might
to.
as well, right? Got nothing better to do. Clock just struck 1 o'clock in the morning. Whatever.
That's very, very late. It's past my bedtime. I'm gonna turn into a mouse
Jesus.
soon or something. Cinderella shit.
All right. Well, that's all we got for episode 1 of the Deadlifting Dorks podcast. Come back next week if you like. If not, whatever.
No, but seriously, check
Suicide
us out
Squad.
next week. It's gonna be a good
We'll do some
episode.
news.
Suicide
Please
Squad.
tweet at us so we have
Slipknot
more
dies
tweets to
first.
discuss. That was not any.
Yeah, just follow.
Thank you for those who tweeted
Tell
at
your
us.
friends about the podcast.
Even though
We're trying
the
to get
people
on
we don't
iTunes.
know.
Connor,
No.
Corner,
Thanks.
Hughes.
for
We
your
have no idea who
anonymous
your people are.
tips.
Thank you. Just
But, all right, guys. Until next week, I'm Nick.
all right.
All right.
Next week, guys. And I'm Will. And we're the Deadlifting Dorks.